Hey there folks, and welcome back to Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy 2. When we last left off, we dealt with Engine. Now on to pissing it away. Which, if I recall, this level is a absolute butt. Because of a lot of reasons, I'll just say that. Yeah, just gonna sit here for a bit, and here we go. So as the saying goes, I do the gameplay offside, I do the voicing the other side, basically. Sometimes I just pause her. Why are you pausing it? Oh, that's because that's the gameplay side while I'm voicing the other side. But Pissing Away is majority a 2D level that is kind of odd because it's a Cortex level, technically. Because you have all the big ends. How else would you not know the sign? And considering the minions are ends. I mean, I could say this could also be Nitrous Brios, but it's kind of weird. I mean, it's green, and again, I don't know. Very odd, I must say. And that, you know, we didn't ever win against Embryo yet, so it's kind of strange. Gotta say. But anyways, basically, you need to understand these enemies' hitboxes at this point because it can get pretty bad concerning, especially those stupid freaking saucer bot looking things. Those like suck the most, I will say. And you got these walkie ones, which ain't so hard. You just slide to kill them. You know, now break these boxes here, which try to break that one in the back. There we go. Not to worry about that. Alright, now to deal with this. Yeah. This is where you really want you to think out the box and play as tight as possible, or otherwise that happens. Which, by the way, he closed up too, by the way. You can still get hit when he closes up. He does not lose that hitbox until he switches completely. Even switching in mid, he still has the hitbox. So something to note what's really annoying about these enemies specifically. And somehow I lost the OooooK there. That's what I get for touching it. Anyways, onto the death route. Which I'm gonna be honest, I shouldn't have done this, but onto the death route. There's a reason, you'll see. Because just to say, Cold Hard Crash ain't the only one with the whole dickish scheme. If I recall. We're about to see here. Here, jump over there, get the one fruit, and then introduction to these guys. Which these guys ain't that bad. You just kill them. There you go, just like that. As a scream Bloody Mercy, even though I still like the OG Bloody Mercy scream. Oh yeah, and even if you're that far from the Nitro box, you can just straight up just die. This blast radius is very ridiculous. Anyways, off to back to getting there once again. So I gotta get through these pistons here. There we go. Nitro second again. And it. Oh, and hit the nitro there, and hit the nitro there. Pick up visibility frames, you might as well just ignore it. Can't ignore it for too long, but you can ignore things. Ugly. And now we get to the jump part. That one's fine. Let's see here. Oh yeah, there's also these blue switch things. If they hit you, you shrink and die. So don't let it hit you. So let's say it's a big change between the OG and yeah, I get checked there. Because oh look, he changed face, but I still have to deal with his hitbox. Freaking love that. That's the one thing I hate about those enemies so bad. Their latency is terrible. I can see why people kind of just prefer the OG because of that reason. It just kind of sucks though, because all it takes is an update to fix that, and you know, and then I gotta remind who owns this game. Or who owns this, which company owns this nowadays. Mr. freaking Activision Microsoft. So yeah, you probably noticed something. Oh hey, there's a nitro thing, there's also a checkpoint box. If you didn't notice that now, well, it turns out you need to get the other boxes too. So if you jump straight to the death route, you ain't getting the box gem. So now I'm going back here, getting the rest of the boxes. I know, you're probably wondering, hey, why do I have invincible OooooK? You can only get like one OooooK here. That is because I also screwed up during the bonus section, because then I gotta remember something. But yeah, I don't know how you would ignore those nitro crates there. You need to hit these boxes back here, because these are the other boxes I forgot to get too. I didn't die at all, so just to say, in clarification, I even hard check that, just in case. I just did not die at all. The only thing I missed was the 3 boxes, so I had to do this 3 times. Pissing away is just one of those levels where you need to like think out of the box a little bit on your brain cells. Otherwise, if you're too blind about this, you just get dumb nuts. So don't be a dummy like me and forget those 3 boxes there. As the saying goes. So anyways, now back to on here, because I still got some boxes up ahead here, considering there's a checkpoint box right here. Does it kind of make sense? Yeah, if you're doing a normal path. Except I'm not doing a normal path, I'm doing the complete path. Because I would say this is one of those games, it's required, I would say you need to complete this. And you have no excuse compared to 3. Okay, 3 has a sort of excuse. 2 doesn't. 2 I'd say you could just do. And I think that's why people prefer 2 over 3, is because what 3 has for a special gimmick. And it's not a fun gimmick. But yeah, now to backtrack. Which is basically just go through all this stuff again. Yeah, it takes a good old long trek back, because yeah, it's like, oh, just a waste of time basically going back and forth with this. Oh yeah, and then there's this. And I will note, I did not realize you could spin those shrink things until the next level. So just to say, that's why I'm being so avoiding about them. So I forgot even that, but I forgot you need the enemy for that, but it's fine anyways. So now onto the montage of this, because I freaking hate this one enemy. This enemy layout is so freaking terrible here. I won't say more of the layout, just if you just get close to his sparky bits, you just get shocked. You just instantly just die. But after a while, say about 2 deaths, and the crowd goes loud. And in the nitro box, we can finally call it a wrap here. Also 69, baby. So yeah, technically would have got Crystal Peter there if I realized about the hidden mechanic about pissing away. I will say these last 5 levels I'm gonna be a bit hasty about, because these 5 levels I don't really remember the most, because most of the case when I'm doing Crash 2, I mostly just do the first 4. Or technically the first 3. When it comes to like constant plays of it. But yeah, now onto the jetpack level, because that's why we got Crash instead of Coco for this occasion. So the controls are, I will say, better than what it was, if I recall, because if I recall, I think they were all buttons to move forward and back, because I think like X was up and triangle was going back. So the controls are much different when it comes to using this one here. But in this game's case, it's R2 and L2 because, that's the best way to say it. It's just better that way. Yeah, you basically just fly around, get all the boxes, and avoid the laser beams. All in this low gravity setting. Is it kind of cool? Yeah. It's not a terrible gimmick, it's just something. I will say you can't really write a whole lot about though. It's very limited on the things you can do. Unless you add a more 3D space to this one, your style is just not that great. It is something though, and a sick music track too. For the space one. Very alien-esque, which is very nice. Very alien-esque and unknown. And such. Yeah, man, but yeah, by the way, it's the revenge of the one guy from the first one. Now he's cyborg and dead. Again. When did you not learn? But yeah, when it comes to those lasers, they shoot like both ways and then they shoot in the middle. You got off chance of some way to go through them basically at the end of it. Alright, now we got him in the thing for it. I will note this level is very short. Because I guess they just stop this and just call it a day. I will also say we do have a second one of these, so. This one ain't bad. It's basically like a beginner's trip to the jetpack levels. It does feel like maybe it should have been available earlier, like a secret level or something maybe, but it's hard to say and judge on that. But now on to the next level, which is the night fight, which if you recall from one of the bonus levels, that it was a, let's see, what's the best way to say it? But yeah, you will just all switch Coco after a bit. It was the basic night level that we did for one of the bonus secret areas, if I recall. Or secret warps that took us there. Where that one was a gym only though, however, and also I would say technically probably the first one of the night levels too, because this one's going to be a lot more dense, a lot more complicated. Considering what you're about to see here. Also technically the last of the jungle levels. If you want to count this too. So it uses the same music and it looks kind of the same, except I have more temple stuff and mushrooms. Otherwise, Night Fight just feels about the same as the first level of Serious Case. Or, you know, first world. Considering here's this case where we have a death route, so we gotta go through here. And go through a bunch of bats, or possums. I don't know what they are at the end of it. It feels like it's like, I gotta say possums at the end of it. Starting to realize. And as such. And again, they look like rats. I don't know, I'm confused. They're white furred, so. You got lizards. So just go through this forest here. And got this side. Oh wait, no, technically it's jungle. It's kind of weird. It's a very weird area. Get the box here. And then on to the bonus level, because yeah, it's like, it's a split path and you need to go in reverse about this, which, oh boy. Luckily for a night level, this ain't the worst, because like I said, the gamma settings on this one is a lot lighter compared to Crash 1's Fumble in the Dark area, for example. But not bad at all, basically. Like, they wanted to make sure Crash 1 was tough. I gotta say. That's basically all the boxes there. But yeah, not a lot of boxes. There's only like 46 boxes. But now we need a back trip through here in the dark, which is kind of weird seeing OooooK with orange menacing eyes. You know they're not missing out. It just feels that way when you see them in the dark like that. He glows. Oh, and that's a death. Yep. So gotta be careful, or you do, as the saying goes, fumbling in the dark. Yeah, you gotta really watch those pits. So yeah, there's a pit here by this gecko. Let's see, closely there. Yep, got him. There we go. We have a nightfly here, and we could use him, but I want to try to keep him for later. Luckily, at least the good part, these sentry bots have lights. I don't recall these sentry bots having lights before, but they might. And now just fumble in more of the darkness. Get rid of all these sentry bots. And there's one here, but I feel like I can't miss that, so try to get these boxes though. Then I was on the whole riot bat and it still got me. It looks like we're getting close to the start of the split here, because I just saw that. Yep, and there we go. Now we just walk back. But yeah, a little glitch there, by the way. Got another glitch. Yeah, I did not remember this game being as polished as I thought. Dang, I'm not surprised. Because again, it's weeded by a greedy corporation. That's the only bad part about this game. Now, there's one company to be very thankful for is Vicarious Visions, which I feel sad because they technically made like, I think 2 of the game franchises, which I believe Crash and then later Spyro here I'm gonna be doing, but I think they basically did that and then they got defunct by Activision and turned into Call of Duty at the end of the day. Same case for Toys for Bob. Who would have dunk? Anyways, enough of a tangent and rant. Because, oh, BS. And oh, yeah, you know, screw it. You know what, you'd think Microsoft would make it better, but it don't. They're not making it any better. They're making it much worse. Anyways, there's a Crystal Peak here. So yeah, this is like technically like one of the last games I bought from Activision besides Spyro and Crash Team Racing. Because, you know, they ain't F up that bad, luckily. I gotta admit, it is different, but that's what I kinda just expect anyways. I can't expect a 1-to-1 all the time. And sometimes it might be good not to be 1-to-1. As an example, I mean, go look at the recent game that is Oblivion that got remastered. That some people say that's not a remaster. They say it's a remaster or a remake. But yep, now to the next jetpack level, which this one I don't know why I felt very hasty on this. So I prefer to see a lot of deaths here. I'm just gonna say I was really stupid in some of these moments. You're about to find out. What's that? If you don't get it. Oh. Get a little buddy. Get my seat with me. Yeah, now through the lasers here. Let's see. Yeah, yep, there's the first death right there. Okay, so that's the 61st death. Oh my god. Let's see how bad could they get for the rest of the way. And zap away. Cause yeah, if you just get as close to touch that, which yeah, that was a glitch going there too. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I decided to just cut. It's like, okay, I just felt like an idiot at that point. I just need to, you know, just cut the bit of that. It's fine. Yeah, luckily I just died that once, other once. And besides, you probably got sick of seeing the intro. It's like, okay, I need to just jump cut it. So, yep, it's the revenge of the man with the electric crap. There you go. Alright, now deal with these wires, which, good luck trying to missing these, because these things are so tough to miss. Unless you come at to the bottom right of it or where the wires are at, I think that's the way to do it. 'Cause otherwise, I'm just stupid about it. It's the revenge of the electric Sith. And he dead. What to say about every Sith in Star Wars? I think basically all of them just end up dying, basically. There's checkpoint box. Don't have to worry about that section anymore. Luckily we've got OooooK here, so I'll take that. And now we're dealing with not one, but two lasers. The power of two lasers, and I still dodged it. Somehow. Let's try to break this box. Yeah, that's the one problem about trying to break these boxes, is trying to get into the right hitbox about them. It's the revenge of the electric brown hair man. Dead. And there we go, these bunch of these boxes here. Another checkpoint box. Jesus, they really expect you to like not be good at this jetpack at all. They expect you to suck. Alright, so now onto this again. It's the revenge of the electric clown. And he dead. Yeah, that basically just wraps that at that point, because yeah, we see electric wires and these weird secret drones of some sort. And that's basically it for jetpack levels. So, hope you didn't, you know, hate them very much. I mean, they're just kind of basically there, to be honest. It's just the only problem is they feel kind of short. It feels like they just need to be a bit longer. I would say about 60 or 80 boxes, not 45. My god, it's short. So I would say 60 for the first jetpack and then like 80 for the next one. Just to make it a little bit tougher. You know, I don't know what you could do to make it tougher is the problem, so that's probably why they're such a novelty. It's the only problem. Like I said, I think if you add some kind of 3D space to them, I think it might be better. Like something like Astrobot maybe, on that matter. Because I know Astrobot Playground has that kind of stuff. But now onto the last level, which is Spaced Out. Which Spaced Out is basically pissing it away, but a little bit tougher in some cases. But yeah, you can use the pad or you just use the super slide jump swim. Here it's SSJS. Take out this bot. There we go. But yeah, you gotta be careful about that bot, because like I said, in mid-session, he could just get you. But yeah, we're not going to get the box gem in this one, because, for one thing, if you get the crystal, you're going straight to the boss. And another thing, I know for sure this one doesn't involve with the boxes at all. Because this is the special gem route. You see, and I got smushed. Just smushed Bandicoot. I'm gonna jump this just right, because the timing can be a very fucked there. But yeah, I decided to do crash for the rest of this because it's good enough. Alright, now onto the green gem route. Because as you can see, there's gonna be a train going here. And now to do this right, because yeah, I feel like a freaking absolute idiot, because like I said, you can spin to deflect these. And I just still played the whole avoidance, because I mean, you never know how to do it, you know? And I played the jump evasion with that one, surprisingly. That bot. I'm surprised. Alright, now onto the pad. Which, I guess they just thought this route was hard for the... Was it the red gem? No, that's the red gem. Okay, this is still the same one, alright. But yeah, I am lucky I made that jump. Like I said, because I will say over time that platform will turn red and it will just kick you right off. I'm trying to be a bit deadly with having a wall shield man with the shrink ball to hit you. Which, if you know the slide spin method, you don't have to worry about it. And then now onto the purple gem route. There is nothing for the purple gem route, just a gem. So yeah, I'm gonna just get this gem and then just go on in. Yep, so basically back to the level you go. Yeah, that's basically the reason why to collect every colored gem, because if you don't collect every colored gem, you can't get that one. And, you know, the other ones that need the corresponding colored gem. But this is the first case they done that where you need the colored gem to basically do it. And I think the only, well, no, not the only case, because I will say there's 1 and 3 as well. Evidence. And then of course 1 and 4. I'll get to that maybe sometime, a long time in the future, because I do have plans to do 4, but, man. I had to do it, I just have to do it. You know, I hate every minute of it, but yeah, I just have to do it, and that's death. Yeah, I'm just gonna say on this level, well, I'm just gonna say I was a class clown for this level, so expect a lot of deaths. I'm just gonna say that now because I forgot a lot of things. Or it's not like I forgot, but let's just say these robots really punished me a bit here, I must say. Is there an, oh, there's another death, 65. And the worst part is this is like the last bit of death share, but it really sucks. And place your bet if it will end on the 69th death. I'm telling you that now. Yeah, now back to dealing with these robots again. Yeah, this level to me just kind of sucks because it's very technical. It's like you have to be like very precise on some of your actions, which is really weird because this did the gym route, one tried. Nah, much problem. So it's like okay, surely it's fine now, right? Wrong, very wrong. Not with these robots around there. You're not. That's what really freaking sucks the most. But yeah. And speaking of robot deaths. Give it a second here, and nope, not that one. Not that one either. That one. Which again, the thing I hear about these freaking robots, man, the mid-transition between switching phases. I hate their phases altogether because it is so BS that, oh hey, apparently they're still zapping while they're mid-transition. I call BS, considering how many times I've been fed to death by these robots at the end of the day. Yeah, they're 68. It's so hard to figure out. Oh, they're 69. Oh! Let's see how far this goes, because yeah, this is the level that just trumps me in the most wrongest way possible. And like I said, I'm definitely a fucking class clown for this case. Funny for the wrong reasons possible. At least he ain't the hard one though, it's usually those freaking bots. And not even this guy's a problem either, it's that one. It's just that one. Freaking menace, I gotta say. Except, however, jumped on this one right for once. It's like, oh my god, I did it! I jumped on him right because, yeah, I forgot to mention, these F-holes freaking got turtle hitbox, I gotta say. Because if you don't just hit just right, you just get zapped. You just die. Just like the turtle, if you somehow miss him, he would just somehow touch you too in return. It's like, wow, you really gotta pinpoint your jumps on some things. That's my biggest problem when it comes to the jumping part of this game. Alright, TNT goes kabooey. Box is broken, and then now to figure out this. And it's definitely not like that. And buy OooooK 2 on top of it. I should have never taken the OooooK. Because again, as the saying goes, you lose the OooooK. You do not get that back. They didn't bother programming that. Does it make sense? Yeah, but it just sucks. If at the end of the day, it's more my fault than their fault on that. So, you know, it was. Alright, let's see if I can do this right. And definitely didn't. Alright, anyways, let's just jump cut when I do it right, shall we? You're supposed to jump on this box to jump on the other boxes. You could bounce between all the boxes, but I'm not good at that whatsoever. I avoid trying not to do that. Because it's just so difficult when you just pinball across the boxes. So we are doing it this way. Is it slower? Yes. But is it easier? Yes. That's the good part. Could I just, you know, probably mechanically break some of the boxes and just make it arrange it to these certain Wampa boxes? Yeah, I probably could have. And now onto the massive brain fart, because like I said, I didn't realize you could spin these freaking shrink bullets at all. So here we go. So you know how there was that 69th death and all. Let's just add 6 more, because I'm here trying to avoid crap. Avoid getting shrink bullets and avoid the hot points too. Let's see how dumb I am, shall we? And somehow I don't even know how I did that. I was really shocked I did that. I will say, it's like somehow I dodged that one. However, if we go up a little further here, just gotta wait till I scheme this right. There we go. There we go. And there we go. Let's jump over him and just be on your way. Now we're on to the next one. And the best part is, I think the door's just around the corner. On the way here. So yeah, let's just die a couple more times, shall we? So whoever bet at 69, you owe me. Anyways. So now on to 73. $74. I didn't buy all line the numbers. Like, it is just a wombo count. 75. Because I forgot these stupid bullets, and then I just realized, oh hey! And that's when I had the brain fart to realize, oh yeah, I could spin these the whole freaking time. I made this way too hard on myself for no reason. But at that point, I would say, yeah, you cannot, you know, avoid those at all. So yeah. Just very stupid of me. But that is the last gem. The last gem. And now onto the final boss.
nearly complete, and I have you, Crash Bandicoot, to thank for it. Engine, what's happening? What's that? Is she stealing our signal?
Crash, Cortex isn't gonna use the crystals to contain the planet's energy. He's gonna harness the force and use it to power the super Cortex vortex he's built on his space station. One blast and the ray will cover the entire world, turning everyone into Cortex's mindless slaves. Crash, don't let him have those crystals!
Engine, you fool! She's telling him everything! Oh, yes, we're back now. Pardon the, interruption. Crash, bring me crystals!
Oh my god, it was Cortex this whole time. Who would have thought? Anyway, it's time to go kick this balded man's head. Kicking his head. In this case, spinning on his head. But yep, who would have thought? It's basically the return of Dr. Neocortex for a second time. And just gonna say, compared to the first fight, this is technically a cakewalk. If there's one annoyance you have to deal with, it's trying to get as close to him as possible. Because for some reason, your hitbox will not hit him. Because I swear to God, I thought I was going to get even worse about this whole gameplay or playthrough was not hitting him. Luckily, it didn't happen. But your goal is just to spin him 3 times here before he reaches to the exit. It's just very difficult with the stupid hitbox. Because he had to make him just a tiny bit harder, because just to say it was super easy in the PlayStation 1. So they had to make him a bit more annoying. And also, you also have to deal with the rocks too, and there he goes, he's gone. Goodbye, Cortex, and hello, Speed Shoes, and goodbye, Speed Shoes.
You haven't seen the last of me, Crash Bandicoot.
Crash, what do you suppose happened to Cortex? And what about the Cortex vortex? It's still up there.
Which again, we have the credits here, but of course I am skipping the credits because we are not doing a credits till 3. So anyways, back to the warp room, which, after getting every gem,
You have acquired all of the gems. Incredible. The crystals are not the only means of harnessing planetary energy. The gems have that ability as well. And with them, I can destroy the Cortex Vortex forever. Let me warp you to my completed laser installation.
We are ready, Crash. Would you like to do the honors?
and thus the Super Cortex Vortex is now destroyed. Once again. So thus that basically ends Crash 2, which with the deaths of Nsane 5, oh my god, that's pretty bad. But yeah, tune in next time for Crash 3, which we're definitely not over, because I kind of wonder, where did that Super Cortex Vortex remains went to. It will be showing that in the next part of the saga. So until then, folks, I'll see you guys all next time. You guys take care, and I hope you enjoyed what you watched. And plus, thanks for watching stuff. It really means a lot. And giving the likes and whatnot, that's good to do. Till then, see you guys next time. You guys take care.